going no fucking way, man.
He ain't going nowhere, man.
Carolina fucking stupid for letting Cam go away, man. Come on. For the years, Carolina even had no offensive lineman.
That's my point.
Come on, man.
That man didn't carry that franchise. Stop playing.
He took a team to the Super Bowl with no offensive lineman. None. Who?
Don't hate who? Who?
Who? Who?
Who?
Who?
Khalil who? I don't know about.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, and here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
We didn't even have an offensive line then. What y'all talking about?
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, you give Cam an offensive lineman like that, scratch that. I'm trying to tell you. Cam gonna fling that motherfucking rock. I'm trying to tell you. But I forgot. Y'all like these white motherfucking quarterbacks. Y'all like them white boys, I see.
Facts. That's who they loyalty to.
Now the man from nearby Stanford, Christian McCaffrey.
Redskins got him hurt. He didn't get himself hurt. The Redskins got him hurt.
In the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's
the Redskins in his career. I'm a Redskins fan.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
He's a backup.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
Look at Baker Mayfield.
Isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about
Baker
it.
Mayfield, man.
Celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Johnny Manziel, the same thing with the Browns. Come on, man. They had some busts.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Are you franchise tagging? Where you signed Christian McCaffrey back? I wonder when. You got my phone.
Complete. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm looking at him, bro.
Much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
I was like, he gonna let Christian McCaffrey
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You got him.
3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Hey, I ain't gonna tell you what somebody told me. I ain't gonna do that to him like that.
On 3rd
Cause
down,
I ain't gonna.
Jackson.
Either way, he gonna be in our division either way.
Get away, and he'll go down. D Ford drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
Yeah, you told me 30.
At the 21. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
Hey, what you think we're going to do to the 49ers tomorrow?
1st and 10.
Hey, I mean, that shit don't mean shit.
Let's go. Round 80. Mike 40. All day, dog.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double dog. That's the way.
Here's Allen. That is incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Nick Chubb and AP is two different things, man. Two different animals, man.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
You think so?
Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Wish I was going to the game. But I ain't going. Yeah.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson, option right. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
If you send pressure to Jimmy Garoppolo, he's going to look lost. Come on, man. He is.
From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Nick Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
But look, Seattle on
The
your
San
ass,
Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, Allen. That's complete to a speedy wideout, Goodwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot.
Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
No, they say guys coming back in like 2 to stop 4 more weeks.
Yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man.
I just know with guys, they say guys to be ready.
My cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Man, Detroit going to have to get a quarterback before they go back.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st down, Panthers. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go, team. Here I come. Check.
They'll run here with Balazs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
He had a bad game. Everybody talks about bad game.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
So he had a bad game.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they need it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On play action, Allen. Man open, it's Goodwin. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen to throw again. That's into the hands of Reynolds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And again, it's Allen. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Hey, I would like to be included in the lab session.
The sticks.
Safety's creeping.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gold is able to put it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, fellas.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that's the way to start the 2nd half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle, complete. That's Banks. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Balaj.
Hey, Mo, is y'all
calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Terry gonna eat his ass alive.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Terry gonna eat his ass alive.
Right there.
Jackson from the shotgun, taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's at 1. So what?
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild. It's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. Here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Just to see if Dak get the money right here.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, Charlie. My 40. Right here. My 40.
That's Prescott is going to get the money.
To throw, it's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To the air, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. This is where that came from.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You better bring it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it.
Right there. All day, baby.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
54, Mike. Check.
Here's Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Allen to throw. Throwing again. He's going to go for a big play down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Allen now going to throw again. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll move to throw. Catch is made by Hurd. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, I'm coming out to you. Hey, exit. 40's the mark. 40's the mark. Check.
It's So the shotgun snap to Allen. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Allen now looks to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Nah.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
You just saw how I just got beat, right?
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting
so you know what I'm watching. Hell yeah. And beat like that no more. Hell yeah. Got me fucked up.
Going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning.
If I know I fucked up or something, I'm gonna watch some shit.
You got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides,
you know I am.
No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That's my fault.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
Under pressure, they got him again. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Don't ever do that.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Allen.
I had to stop tears and more shit for the run.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say.
And when I get back with you, that was
hard to vary it
up
and fool the
I gotta
defense.
stop shit to get the pass. You know what I mean? Got you?
Without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never
Let's
know
go.
exactly
Ball
how
game.
they can be exotic
Talking
in
all
their
that shit.
blitzes,
Let's go.
Their athletic ability just takes
Be careful
over.
who you run your mouth to. Ain't do shit that game. Basic ass fucking blitz. You ain't doing shit. You ain't do shit the whole fucking game. Get out my chat. Get out my chat. I don't want to hear shit. Get the fuck out my chat. I don't want to hear shit. Running your motherfucking mouth.
They did score
Told y'all
in the second
niggas.
quarter. Do you think they thought
Playtime is over.
that would be their last points of the game?
Go talk about that shit. Go talk about that shit. Go talk about that shit. Fuck that shit. Go talk about that shit. You only got 3 points on the board. You only got 3 points on the board. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Ain't nothing else to talk about. You got 3 points on the board. I don't want to hear no excuses. Get out. I don't want to hear no excuses. 3 points on the board. Y'all been running your motherfucking mouth. You ain't got shit to say now. Let your gameplay speak. And your gameplay just said 3 points. Conversation over. Next.
They will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it was a good first.
Everybody running their mouth.